You know what I always say? People are going to do exactly what they want to do no matter what. So I may have started off broke like a joke, but I damn sure didn't end up that way. And in tonight's live, I'm going to explain to you my story and how I was able to go from broke to not broke in a matter of months. And I'm going to teach you how you too can make money in a successful career if you're broke or something like that. So before we get started, I want to do a couple of things, a couple of house rules. Okay, if you want to comment, you must be a subscriber. So do me a huge favor, hit that subscribe button so that you can participate in the live. So you can ask your questions, or you may have questions about anything. So go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Yeah, I'm trying to get to 10,000 subscribers by my birthday, which is in August. So help me get to that goal by hitting that subscribe button. Share this live, like this live. If you're not watching it live, go ahead and comment below any questions you have, like it and share. I would really appreciate that. So those are the ground rules. Let's get into the nitty gritty. Okay, I'm sorry. I had to check something. Let me check something right quick to make sure if y'all can see me. Okay, I just had to make sure because I'm still new to this YouTube-ish. This is my new set that I created in my 30 days off in April. So I'm kind of new. I just want to make sure everything is going good, that everything is working and you guys can hear me, which I believe you can. So with that being said, let's get into my story. So most of you guys know my story, or maybe you have heard of my story. I didn't start off like this. I didn't have no money. I was coming off of unemployment. I didn't really have anything, and I needed to do something. I needed to find something to do. I needed to be able to survive in the world. So I had to figure out something. My friend sent me a video of somebody selling iPads to the federal government. And I'm like, iPads to the federal government? Like, what is this? What is this? Is this something I can do? Something quick and easy. And honestly, it was quick and easy to learn how to do it. And tonight I'm going to show you or tell you how to do it as we go along in this video. So make sure y'all stay to the end because I'm going to have a special surprise for y'all as well. Okay. All right. So let's get into it. Once again, I'm ConConnects. If you don't know me, if you haven't followed my channel, I am ConConnects. I am a federal concierge. Now, you may be asking, well, what is a federal concierge? Well, let me explain it to you, and then I'm going to get into how you can become a federal concierge. And guess what, y'all? You don't need money to do it. Once again, I started off broke. And, broke is subjective. Broke could mean you have absolutely no money in your account. Broke could mean for some people you have less than $10,000 in your savings account, or you don't have a savings account. So broke is subjective. But for the purpose of this video, when I say broke, I mean broke like a joke. Okay? That's what I mean. So now we understand that. Let's get into the story. So I didn't have anything. I found my friend sent me this video of a guy selling iPads to the government. So I looked into it and I found out about government contracting. Now, I call myself a federal concierge because it sounds better. I just like how it sounds. So that's what I call myself. So what is a federal concierge? Well, a federal concierge is a company or a person, usually a person within a company, who are selling goods and services to the federal government. So we basically the government's personal shoppers, right? Or we're their concierge, hence the name federal concierge, and we provide those goods and services to the federal government. That's what we do. That's all we do. Now, when I say provide those goods and services to the federal government, let me break it down a little bit more, because you might think, oh, you got a warehouse and you're taking services and goods and you're providing it to the federal government. And that is not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about actually is I am finding someone else to provide the goods and services to the federal government, and I'm still getting paid to do that. That's what I'm talking about. That's the federal concierge. That's the concierge part of it. Okay. So what we do is whatever the government is looking for, whatever they're asking for, we're going to find someone who can do the job. Okay. Whether it's lawn care, hair care, products, HVAC, it don't matter. Because, y'all, I'm going to tell you something. The government asks literally for everything. They be asking for weird stuff. You know, I had them one time, they was asking for, and I know I've told the story before, but, you know, they were asking for deer sperm. What they're going to do with deer sperm, I do not know, but they asked for it. But yeah, the government asks for everything. So what we do is we find someone who can provide those services to the government through us, right? So the government provides, you know, their scope of work, things that they want us to quote for. So they're asking us for a quote. Okay, when the government puts something out on sam.gov, which is the website where we actually look for the work that the government is asking for, when they put something out on sam.gov, we go there, we figure out what can I provide to the government. This looks good. I think I know somebody who do that, or I can find somebody who do that. And that's the thing. You don't even have to know someone who does it. You can actually find anybody who does it in that area. And guess what, y'all? You don't have to be in the area that the work is being done. I have contracts all over the US, and I definitely do not live in those areas. Okay. So you don't have to do that. So if your mind just went there, I just debunked that. So don't even do that. Okay. So we provide a connection, so to say, for the people who can do the work to the government. Okay. And we kind of manage the ongoings of the contract. We submit invoices and things of that nature. And that's what we do. Okay. So that's a federal concierge. Now you think, okay, you networking, you doing, that's basically what we are. We are networking. So you're thinking, okay, you're networking, you got stuff. So I know I don't need money to have actual items, but don't I need money to work with the government, to pay the subcontractor, to, you know, to pay for the services being done? The answer is no. You don't need money to pay the subcontractor. Now, I ain't say you don't pay the subcontractor. I say you don't need money to pay the subcontractor. You don't need money to have these items and, you know, stored away somewhere. You don't have to do that. Okay. So, how it works and how it worked for me, because once again, I started off with no money at all, y'all. No money. I had $1,500 to my name. I had to decide whether I was going to pay rent or learn how to do this. So I had no money to put aside for training, or to put aside to do this. Well, I had money for training. That's what I used the $1,500 on, but I had no money to get additional stuff. Okay. When I won my first contract, I had $0. I didn't have any money to pay the contractor, right? I had to wait for the government to pay me so I could pay them. But that's the beauty thing, y'all. Businesses know that that's how it goes. They know about the net 30s, which y'all know I got a video on about talking about net 30, so make sure y'all go look at that. But they know how the net 30 business works. They know how the government works, okay? So that is basically what I had to do. I had to wait for the money for the government to send me so I can pay my subcontractor. And that's what a federal concierge do. So you don't, as you can see, you don't have to have money up front to make money, right? So we find someone to do the work. We let them know what's going on. The government will tell us exactly what they need. We'll ask the people who are going to do the work in the area, hey, this is what needs to be done. Can you do it? Can you give me a quote? You take that quote, right? Now, this is where we make our money. Although we don't have to start off with money, this is where we make our money. You take that quote and you actually put money on top of that quote. Because remember, you're not just hooking the government up with somebody who can do the job. You actually have to service the contract, meaning you're filing paperwork, you're communicating between both parties, which is the government and the subcontractor, because they don't talk. You are submitting invoices. You are making sure everything is, going okay. You're coordinating things. You're giving shipping information. You're doing all of that stuff. And baby, don't you want to get paid for that? I know I do. So that's why we put our money on top. Okay. And once again, you're coming from no money and you're already charging the government to provide a service. Now, this is the thing that most people think. Bidding on a government contract is easy, which it is. But y'all gotta remember, this is the government of the United States. Does that even make sense? This is the government of the United States. And the government, y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all the secret. I'm gonna tell y'all. The government is cheap. The government is cheap. So you're providing them quotes and you're providing all the information they need for the services that they're looking for. But you got to remember, there are Timmy and John and Luther and Martha and Shaniqua. Okay, I don't want to say Shaniqua. We always go to Shaniqua and Candace and this. They're providing quotes as well. Okay, once again, you still don't have no money in the bank, or you still don't have enough money to consider yourself not broke, but you're bidding and you're bidding $1 million or $250,000 for the year or $390,000 for 5 years. Like, you're bidding all of this money to the government for them to decide which one they're going to pick. Now, once again, the government usually picks the lowest quote. Okay, they usually pick the lowest quote. So that's where your competition comes in. All the other people that's bidding, you have to outbid them, right? So once the government decides who they're going to go with, we're going to say it's you, they're going to award you the contract. Now, once again, y'all, the key subject for tonight is you don't have to have money to win, to get started. That's the whole key. So I'm gonna keep going back to, I was broke. Or, I mean, if you don't like the word broke, I mean, you can say not have money, whatever. But I'm gonna keep going back to that thing, because that's the thing. You can literally win a $500,000 contract, 5-figure contract, 6-figure contract up. And y'all, mind y'all, just FYI, okay, the average contract is 5 figures. So that's 10,000 and up, okay? And it's usually in the higher 5 figures. So 50, 60, 70, 80,000, whatever. But 6 figures is not far from awarding, okay? But once again, you still didn't start off with any money, okay? So you're bidding on this big contract, you're bidding millions of dollars to the government, and guess what, y'all? They actually picked you. You actually won the doggone award. Oh my God. I had $0 to my name. I just won an award for $250,000 for the year for lawn care services. That's what you just won. But you started off with no money. You see what I'm saying? So for those of you who feel like, I ain't got no money, I don't know how I'm gonna do this with the working with the government, because it's the big bad government, everybody feel like a little nervous. Don't be, y'all. As I said, and as my title of this video says, I may have started off broke, but I damn sure didn't end that way. Okay, my company now is making 6 figures, and all I do is administrative stuff. Send an invoice here. And I barely even talk to my subcontractors. So if this is something that you are interested in getting in, you are at the right place. Once again, guys, if you're just joining me, make sure you hit the subscribe button if you want to participate in the chat, in the live chat. If you're not subscribed, do me a favor, subscribe, please. I'm trying to hit 10,000 subscribers for my birthday in August. I would really appreciate if you subscribe to me. But in order to participate in the live, you have to subscribe. So go ahead and hit that subscribe. It ain't gonna cost you nothing. Just like this ain't costing you nothing, right? hit that subscribe button so you can participate in the live, and I will answer all the questions at the end of my live. So make sure you stay to the end. Okay, so now we know that you don't need money to get started, right? So now what's the obvious question? Okay, I don't need money to get started, so I can really do this. Oh yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready. How do I go about doing this? Oh, well, guess what? I'm here to tell you. So get your pens, get your papers, because I'm going to tell you how you can become a federal concierge with no money. Okay? So y'all may have seen me and heard me say this all the time, and other gurus about government contracting. We say the same thing, right? You know, I'm a little bit better. But we say the same thing. So, in order to get started, you need three things. All right, guys? Three things. Let's count it. 1, 2, 3. We need three things to get started. Remember, money is not one of them, right? You don't need money, but you need three things. All right? Thing number one, you need to start a business. The government does not partner with individuals. They don't partner with Trinell. They don't partner with Monica. They don't partner with Charlie. They don't partner with individual people. You have to have a business. Now, hold up, Trinell. Didn't you say I didn't need money? Don't I need money to start a business? Well, yes and no, depending on what type of business you want to start. So the type of business you want to start will depend on if you spend any money. Now, I'm pretty sure y'all heard of LLCs, right? That's what everybody should open. An LLC, because it gives you protection. It looks more professional, looks more reliable, things of that nature. And yes, an LLC costs money, y'all. Okay. You know, getting started doesn't cost money. Like actually bidding and winning doesn't cost money. But you might have to pay something if you want an LLC. But y'all, I got you. Yeah, I'm not gonna leave you hanging if you ain't got no money. I still got another option. But let me just get through this one. If you got like $50 to the side, if you got this and you got that, go to your state and find out how much it costs to start an LLC. Y'all, nowadays, starting a business does not cost a lot of money. It's not hard. Back in the day, you used to have to go into the Secretary of State, fill out paperwork and do this and do that. Guess what, y'all? You don't have to do that anymore. You can go online. Actually, you can hire a company to do it for you. And guess what? They're only going to charge you what your state will charge you. As long as you don't fall for the extra stuff that they be trying to get you to do that's already free. Don't fall for that, y'all. Don't fall for that. Okay? So you can get somebody to do it for you. Depending on what your state, it can range anywhere from $25 to, shout out to, and don't laugh at me, y'all, because y'all know I cannot pronounce this state. And let me know in the comments if I actually said this right, because I've been practicing. I don't want to be ignorant. I want to say it right. Massachusetts. Y'all like $500 something for y'all LLC. That, unless it's changed, that's a lot, right? That's a lot. But ranges from $50 to $500, okay, depending on your state. You can go to your Secretary of State and find out how much it costs, all right? So that's that. Now, once you get your LLC, okay, you have to get step number 2, your EIN number, all right? Now, I ain't forget about you broke people. I ain't forget about you, okay? So let's go back to the business part. LLC, we highly recommend. It looks relatable, not relatable. It looks what's the word? What's the word that you use when it looks legit? Okay, it looks legit. It protects you a little bit more than the other option I'm gonna give you for you broke people. And hey, when I say broke, I mean it with love, okay? It looks legit. Okay? All right. So the second option for the people who don't have money to spend on the LLC yet, because we're going to be rich. So you're going to have the money, you just don't have it now. So the people who don't have the LLC yet, this is what you do. You're listening? You got your pens? You ready? You get a sole proprietorship. Do you know what a sole proprietorship is? It's basically a formation of a company where you don't have to follow with your state. You don't have to pay any money to form it. The only thing you might pay for if you want a specific name for your LLC is a DBA, because then it separates, you're just using the LLC your name Inc. or your name LLC or what, I mean, not LLC, your name business or whatever, you can get your own type of business name. So if you want to be Windows RS or whatever your type of business is, whatever, you can get a DBA for that. That way they know that that's attached to you. Otherwise, you can just use your name. Sole prop, your name. $0 to start, $0 to, I guess, to get rid of it, so to say. You don't have to file any information with your state. You don't have to submit a yearly report at the end of the year. And guess what, y'all? It's completely free. I mean, that's the thing of tonight's video, right? Not having to pay anything. So go get your LLC. And this how you and this is how you get your LLC, y'all. I mean, not your LLC, your sole prop. This is how you get your sole prop. You wake up in the morning, stretch, whatever. Y'all know y'all be stretching like that, don't trip. And you be like, today I want to open up a business. Ooh, I'm gonna call it Federal Concierge, Federal Concierge of the government. I don't know, whatever. And guess what now? You got a business. Now you go get the name DBA or trademark or whatever you want to do, and you can do that. But guess what? You are now have a business. Now you start acting in accordance with a federal concierge, and you start doing business. That's all it takes, y'all. That's all it takes. So if you ain't got no money, you broke people, you brokies out there, it's not a sole prop. Now remember, you're going to get money because what I said, the average contract win is high five figures, 60,000, 70,000 and above. And if it's a 5-year contract, it's going to be over 6 figures. A 5-year contract, more than likely, it's going to be over 6 figures. Okay. So that's on average. That's like the lowest type of contract to do. Okay. 5 figures. Oh, 5 figures. But for us, that's good, right? Because we started off with how what? 0. So get your business. That was step 1. Step 2, after you get your business, get your EIN. EINs can be for sole props or LLCs as well. All right. Sole props or LLCs. Remember that. And guess what? An EIN is free too. This is the theme of tonight's video. You could be broke and you can still make money. You go to irs.gov and go get your EIN today if you wanted to. Okay. After the EIN, that's step number 2. After the EIN, the biggest thing you need to do is then register in sam.gov. Now, I made a video on this. It's not a scam for people to ask you to pay to register. They will register you. But once again, we broke. Like, we don't want nobody. I'm not paying you. So, go register yourself. It's completely free of charge. And guys, you know what? I have a video for you to watch. It's a little outdated, but if you got context clues skills and you can put 2 to 2 together, you can figure it out and you can register yourself on sam.gov for free on YouTube. And guess what? You pay $0. All right. So those are the 3 things you need to do. If you're broke and you are ready to start making money, ready to get out there and start making them 5-6 figure contracts, or winning those 5 and 6 figure contracts, this is the way to go. Federal Concierge. Get a business, LLC sole prop, get your EIN, free, irs.gov, register sam.gov, free video. Make sure you subscribe, go watch the video, register yourself, and then maybe in a week or 2, after you've called them and stalked them and make sure that they put you in the system, guess what? You are now a federal concierge, and you can start bidding on your contracts or bidding on solicitations ASAP. Oh my God, y'all keep knocking this out, so I hope y'all can hear me. Okay. So with that being said, that is how you can make money and still be broke. But if you do this, now hold on, let me before I leave and before I get to the questions, if y'all have questions, go ahead and put them in the comments right now. Remember, you must be subscribed to ask questions, but if you're not watching this while I'm live, you can ask questions later on. I think you'll be good. All right. But I forgot what I was about to say. Okay, I will come back to what I was gonna say. Let me see if anybody have any questions. But you can do this. Oh, I think I know what to say. You can do this, okay? If you're coming up on this video, you just found my video, you're like, dang, I'm tired of living paycheck to paycheck. I'm tired of people telling me I can't go work, or I can't go on vacation, or I can't get sick, or they telling me how many sick days I can take off when I am sick. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of living like this. Oh my God, this is getting on my nerves. This is the thing to do. It's a thing to do. All right. So let me answer some questions. If y'all got any questions, this is getting on my nerves because it keeps falling out. Let's see. Can you net 30 products? Absolutely. Y'all, let me tell you something. Remember, you remember the point of this video, right? I was broke when I won my first 2-3 contracts. I had no money. I had a hay contract. No. I'm sorry. Seeds, alfalfa seeds. I ain't even know nothing about no alfalfa seeds. What is an alfalfa seed? I don't know. It's a flower or something. No, it's hay too, or something. I don't even know. But did I pay for it? I think that contract was like $50,000, and I think I got like 7 or 8,000. Y'all, I started off with $0, and I ended up making either 7 or 8,000. I can't remember, for just setting up the delivery. And yes, Shayla, I was on a net 30. Because remember, y'all have to remember, business to business. I explained this in my net 30 video. Shayla, make sure you go look at that video, okay? Business to business. They work with net 30s. They know about net 30s. This is not foreign to them. We so used to having a consumer business to consumer mindset, right? You go in Best Buy, you buy something, and then you walk out with it. That's not how businesses work. You go in, you make an order, purchase order. They send it to you or ship it wherever they got to go. They invoice you. It's kind of like starting a tab at a bar. I never started a tab at a bar. I would like to do that because make you feel rich and stuff. But it's like starting a tab at a bar. They invoice you. And in that invoice, you have, now there's different nets. There's a 15, a 30, a 60, a 90, whatever. But usually 30 is common. They'll invoice you. That means once they invoice you, guess what? You have 30 days to pay. And guess what? The government pays you within those 30 days. I'm going to tell y'all a secret. The government, they usually don't take 30 days to pay. They usually pay you like within 2 to 3 weeks if you know what to do. And if you're following me, I'm gonna tell you. But yes, so yes, you can use a net 30 on products and services. Okay. So Shayla, that was a really good question. All right, let's see. Do you have to have a business email? Excellent question. Yes, I highly recommend you have a business email. Now, that's the only, like I said, starting your business will cost some money if you do it to have the reputation of looking like a legit company. Not saying that a sole prop doesn't look legit, but when you see LLC and sole prop, you kind of like know, okay, yeah, this is a real business. Although a sole prop is still a real business. So Shayla, I recommend you absolutely get a business email. Okay. Now, not a business email like Shayla's business at gmail.com. No, I mean a business email with a domain name. And for those of you who don't know what a domain name is, it's basically the name at the end of the email. So like my domain name is ConConnects. So my domain name is ConConnects.com, right? The domain name is like the website name. So your email would be service whatever at ConConnects.com. That whatever name.com, that's your domain name. So I highly recommend you get a business email. And let me explain to you why. Doesn't mean Gmail and Yahoo and Hotmail. Y'all better not be using no doggone Hotmail, okay? Y'all better not be using no doggone Hotmail or no AOL for them old folks. I know about that. I'm not aging myself, but y'all better not be using Hotmail, AOL. But it just looks more professional. And I will say this as well. Sometimes the government servers do not pick up Gmail. do not pick up Yahoo. So contract officers may not get your email if it's not like a domain name. So keep that in mind. But absolutely get a business email, okay? Um Okay, cool. All right, guys. Y'all know I like to stay on about 20, 30 minutes. I hope you really enjoyed this live. I told you guys to wait to the end. I got a big surprise for you. You will see me on this set more. Remember, I go live every Tuesday night at 6 p.m. talking about all type of things. I'm here to answer whatever questions you have. So, if you're broke, there's no more excuses. You can get started. So I will help you walk through that. If you come to my live, make sure you subscribe, okay? Once again, thank you so much for joining me tonight in tonight's video. Go get started. I also want to announce that I am having my monthly workshop, Watch Us Submit Dallas. So if you're broke, well, okay, let me switch that because that's what I'm about to say sounds crazy. You can, if you broke, you can start your business. Go get your business first, all right? Make some money and then come to the workshop. In the workshop, I'm going to help you submit your first proposal, okay? Watch Us Submit Dallas. Coming up, go to the link in the description and go click on it. Go get your tickets now. In this workshop is packed full of excitement, real-time activities. We are going to be bidding in real life. We're going to be calling subs in real life. And guess what? You're going to walk out with a submitted proposal. And you could even win, just like my last participant. She actually won a $26,000 contract and paid less than $1,000 for the workshop and came out winning 26,000. You can't beat that. So payment plans are available, so there's no excuses. Okay, go get your ticket for the Watch Us Submit workshop. Go to the link below. If you maybe are not a workshop person and you want to just meet with me, see what other things I have to offer, training programs, you can't always book a call with me, a free call, link in the bottom in the description so that you guys can, talk to me one-on-one so we can kind of see where you are. But remember, use no more excuses anymore. If you broke, it's okay. But you damn sure ain't going to start in that way. Okay? I promise you that. All right, y'all. Let me ask, see if they got any more questions before I get up out of here. Mr. and Mrs. Sherman says, is it better to provide services or goods? Oh my God, that's an amazing question. I love that. Okay, Mr. and Mrs. Sherman, it depends. How much money do you want to make and how fast do you want to make it? That is really the answer. How much money do you want to make and how fast do you want to make it? So let me explain how products and services work. And I'm going to have a video on that too. So make sure you stay tuned, Mr. and Mrs. But if you want to fast money, products is the way to go. Products is fast money, a lot of money, all at once. But the thing with products, you have to keep chasing it. You know how dudes chase women? That's how you have to chase products. Okay. And women chase men. I'm not going to be biased. Women chase men too. But that's how you have to go after it. You get a product, you win, you submit it, you deliver the products, you get the money. It could be 15, 20, 30, 40, $50,000 your profit. But then that's it. Now you sitting like, okay, what I'm supposed to do now? Go look for another product. So if you want to, chase after it, products is the way to go. You want money fast, products is the way to go. You want a lot of money all at once, products is the way to go. But if you want to live like me off of my contracts, 3, 4, 5, 6 years and making, a good amount for a number of contracts that you have, services is the way to go. Every month, get a steady income. Every single month, steady income. Every single month, steady income. So if you want to take it slow, like Usher say, nice and slow, services is the way to go. So it just depends on how fast and how much money you want to make. Period. Point blank. Let's see. Shayla says, do you use AI when doing proposals? I've submitted 2 so far. The proposals kind of confuse me. I keep seeing videos about using AI. I was wondering if that would help me. Oh, Shayla. Okay, so I'm I don't know if I can answer this question fairly. So, but I'm gonna answer it. I don't use AI to do my proposals because you don't need to. If you know the foundation of how a proposal works, which I do teach you in my workshop, Watch Us Submit, Dallas, Shayla, you should think about coming, which I do teach you that. But a proposal is just a group of documents that the government wants you to send back to them. So it's really hard to create that in AI. And then another thing, Shayla, AI sounds like everybody else. Unless you really know how to use AI and train your AI, this really it's gonna sound fake. It's gonna sound like everybody else. And then using the AI is nothing really that it has to accumulate or have to create for the proposal. Mainly a proposal is a pricing sheet, right? So how you gonna put your pricing sheet in? I mean, you can do math. Why would you put a pricing sheet in the AI for it to do the math for you? So you want to say sometime, okay, maybe, sure. Your period of performance, not period of performance, your past performance, you get that from your subcontractor. So you're not generating anything from an AI for the past performance because you're getting that from your sub. So exactly what would you use the AI to do? Write an email? Okay, sure. Other than that, what else is there to do? How are people telling you to use AI in a proposal? A proposal is so simple to put together. If you don't know that, then you should do some more research, or you should work with somebody who can show you how to put a proposal together, because I guarantee you, when we think of proposals, we think of like college proposals where it be like stacks of paper this big, and we have to write a bunch of stuff, and that's really not what it is. Y'all, my proposal one day was one page. That was it, and it was just a pricing sheet. So it depends on the type of proposal. So using AI for this, I'm against it. But if you can show me an effective way of how it's being used, then I guess. But as for me, no, I don't use AI. Yeah, I'm still stuck in the 90s, y'all. Okay, I still got VHS tapes. So I'm not using AI for that. But I do use it for other stuff. I ain't gonna lie, AI is good. But as far as for being a federal concierge, you don't need it. You don't need it. And I'm gonna tell you another reason why you don't need it is because if you're using it all the time and then it goes out, because AI does go out, then what you gonna do? If you only can rely on it to submit your proposals or create your proposals and then it goes out, then what you gonna do? You're gonna be stuck. So I always say learn it the hard way first. And then if you find an easier method of doing it, okay, whatever, you can do it. Okay? But that's my take. But I'm biased on there. So do your research and see, okay? I'm real biased when using AI for that, okay? You absolutely welcome. All right, guys. Once again, thank you so much for joining me. If you're watching this, the replay, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Ask your questions below. If you want to book a call with me to discuss training options, you can do that. My workshop is coming up. Watch Us Submit Dallas. You want to be in the room because you can be the next person to win. It has happened. So great. And I want to see you guys up close and personal. I'm goofy and I'm crazy. I mean, not crazy bad, but crazy good. And I want to feel y'all energy. So go buy your tickets to the Watch Us Submit workshop. And I will see you guys pretty soon. All right. Hope you enjoyed this live. Catch me next Tuesday, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, same location. And I'll catch you later, y'all. All right. Have a good night. Bye. Y'all, I'm trying to end my live. Hurry up and end it. Bye.